Hey guys, welcome back to the 12 days of Christmas. So I pulled out all of my drugstore eyeshadow palettes. There's quite a few here. I've actually decluttered quite a bit already, but we're going through and we're going to declutter what I don't use. And kind of looking at these already, I know I have some faves, I have some not faves. So let's get on into this video. We're gonna declutter like a lot of eyeshadow. I think we're going to start off with some ones that I'm definitely like, I know I don't really want to keep anymore. And one of them is going to be the Soft and Sultry palette from Milani. This is actually a discontinued item. Like I can't feature this on my channel anymore. I love the color story and it actually dupes some of those really nice like tarte palettes, but the formula is really good. Like, do I really want to get rid of this? I don't know. It's a really good formula. Maybe we'll put this in like my maybe pile because like look at that. It's just so pigmented and beautiful and it's a cool tone palette. Maybe we won't get rid of this one because I really like the formula on that one. So that one we're going to put in like a maybe pile to declutter. And then we have, this is a Colourpop Whatever palette. It's a very warm palette I have found, and this is actually one that they don't even sell anymore. I absolutely love like the leopard print on the packaging, and some of the colors inside are beautiful, but I actually have a couple of eyeshadow palettes I'm pretty sure have really similar shades. So we have Baby Got Peach, this is the garden variety, and then this is the Bye Bye Birdie. So can I find similar, if not the same, shades between these four that would make up this one? And I love the Super Shock shadow in this one. So pretty. Like, oh, so pretty. But actually this Super Shock shadow is really similar. Yeah, that's like the same Super Shock shadow. Because like this looks a lot. Some of these look really similar in shade, but they're definitely just a little bit different. Like this one is a really deep purple matte color. This one is a little bit different, but really similar. This one is a really dark brown. And as you guys can tell, like some of these have gotten way more love out of them than the other ones. Like I loved this one a lot. So I think I want to keep these two because I just love these. Baby Got Peach. I swear I have some palettes that have that same color. This one actually kind of reminds me of the wine palette with all the colors that it has in there. The Bye Bye Birdie, definitely keeping. I love this palette. It is so good. Like, I just loved the color story. It's actually a dupe, I think, for the Natasha Denona Love palette. It's really good. The Raw Beauty Christie one, I am going to keep this one because it's a limited edition. I love the duochrome in this one. So pretty. Like, I love it. It's so pretty. So I'm definitely going to keep the Raw Beauty Christie one. One of my favorite eyeshadow palettes is the Smoke Show palette. They now call it Blow and Smoke. I love this one because it's so old school, like definitely gives me those old school vibes. Love this one. And then I have Just My Luck. This is one of my favorites as well. I love the green color story. And then I also have the sister to it, the Mint to Be one. I love these two so much. Like, look how pretty those are. So pretty. I love both of these. So I'm going to keep both of these. And then from Makeup Revolution, this is the, I don't even know, Forever Flawless Constellation palette. And this is actually a dupe for the ABH Riviera palette. So this is the Riviera palette, and this is the Makeup Revolution one. So like, as you guys can see, the color story is really similar. Really similar. This palette has some blues in it that the ABH palette does not have, but I have a feeling I can actually dupe that palette with some of these, with some of the other purples. So this is going to be an outie. It's definitely a good dupe if you're looking for a dupe of the Riviera though. Like, look how similar those are. But this one's definitely out. Okay, and then I'm definitely going to keep Blue Moon. I already pulled that one out. I love the Blue Moon palette. I love the blue shades that are in it. There aren't actually very many blue shades to begin with. So, like, anything like that in any of my collection. So we're going to keep that one. And then this is called Daydreamer. It's the alter ego dupe to the Huda Beauty one. It even has like the creamy eyeshadow base. I love this one. And it's so pretty. So that one I do want to keep. So we're down to a couple of different ones here. We have In a Trance, we have Garden Variety, Baby Got Peach, we have a She Glam one, and I actually have more She Glam in a different drawer. Like, this is the Dark Side palette, which I think I'm going to get rid of this one because I have Blow and Smoke, and then I have some of these colors in different palettes. So this is a definite, like, I love that it's Halloween-y, and I love that it has these really cool, like, themes on it, but I don't feel like I should hold on to it, especially considering I have these shades in a different palette. Here are a couple of more shades that or eyeshadow palettes that I have. I have Blush Crush. Actually, now looking at this and this are super, super similar. The formula on both of these is fantastic, especially the She Glam one. Like, I was so blown away by this. I can leave the video down below, but look at the color story between the two. Super, super similar. This, like, am I really ever going to use a glitter? No, this one's in a different one. I do like the variety of this one a lot better. I love this She Glam one though. So it's like it's quality eyeshadow for how cheap it was. And it actually does have some like duochrome shades in it that are absolutely stunning. And it's interesting because you wouldn't even think that a brand like this would have duochrome shades in it, but it does. And they're so smooth and buttery. So I'm going to keep the She Glam one. And now looking that She Glam one compares to the Whatever one, Whatever is going to go away. And then we have Blush Crush and Baby Got Peach, which these ones are kind of similar, but they're also different. This one's more orangey toned. This one's more of a blush tone, mauve tone. I love my Blush Crush one. That's not going anywhere. This one I'm still up in the air about because I barely ever wear it. And a lot of these shades are really similar to the other ones, so I think this is going to be a get rid of. And then we have In a Trance. I love this one, but I've never used it, and it's so surprising because there's like this beautiful, beautiful like blue, and then there's this one. Like, they're so pretty because it's almost like a purpley blue color. I really want to experiment with this one more, so I think I'm going to keep it. Okay, now we have the new neutrals. This is from Revolution Pro. And wow, this is super pretty. I have swatched it before, but I've never actually worn it. It has some pressed glitters in here that I'm not really a fan of, and I actually have these pressed glitters in like a different formula from Colourpop anyway. But like, I'm not really a fan of this palette, so I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. I have had it for so long, never touched it. Oh, and then we have my Profusion Sultry palette. This is actually like a really good palette. Like, I love the way it looks on my eyes. The pigmentation in the Profusion palettes is just insane how beautiful they are. Like, so creamy and rich. Like, oh, that's just so pretty. And I really like this palette because it has a variety of like blues, greens, purples. Like, I can create across the board. Oh my gosh, like, I love this palette, but do I really need to keep it? If I keep this one, I need to get rid of some other ones. So that's a maybe. And then we have Garden Variety. I don't really wear this one a lot. And this shade is really similar to some of the other shades in the Blush Crush palette. It's really pretty, don't get me wrong, but like, I don't wear it that often. It is really pretty, but I don't know, something just, it doesn't call to me the way it should. Like, I can find that shade in another palette that I have. This one I cannot find, I don't think I have one that compares to this one, unless it's like In a Trance has something like that, which it doesn't really, or does it? No, that's different. I mean, this does have some unique colors in it. Like, some of these are really pretty, but it just doesn't seem, that one's pretty. It's like a lilac color. It's almost like a duochrome too, this one right here. But I don't wear it a lot, so it's gonna go. It's just gotta go. But I love this In a Trance one, so that's definitely one I want to play with more. Okay, so now we have a couple left over here that are like my smaller palettes. These are like midi sized, I guess. So we have this palette. It is actually a Makeup Revolution palette. I've only ever worn it once, but it does have the ability to like take the shadows out, which I really like. I've never actually, oh yeah, they do actually come out pretty easily. But it does have like your standard everyday shades in it. There's only a couple that really like stand out, like this purple one is super like bright and pretty. So here it is here. Super pretty. But like this has so many like everyday shades. This is actually a Makeup Revolution brand, I believe. Makeup Obsession London. I think it's owned by Makeup Revolution. I think I'm gonna see if one of my nieces wants this. So family, don't be watching. And then we have this one from She Glam. It's another She Glam palette. I'm keeping the other one. So this one is actually supposed to be a dupe for the Urban Decay Naked Honey palette. So I actually wanted to play with this for a minute to kind of show you guys like how pigmented this is. Why haven't I played with this more? And I do want to play with it more. And it comes with this really cute little brush where you can, you know, actually do your makeup with it. So this one I want to keep. Then we have the Goddess palette from Alter Ego. I love this one because it's a dupe for Natasha Denona. It's really pretty. And I love some of the multi-chromes in it. Like this is more of a multi-chrome right here. I think I might be getting rid of this one because I just feel like I can find these shades in another eyeshadow palette. Yes, it's a dupe for Natasha Denona, but I know I have this shade, especially in the Raw Beauty Christie. Raw Beauty Christie has something like this. I have an ABH that has a duochrome like that. This one's really pretty. I'm pretty sure I actually have a shade in Makeup Geek for that blue. So I think I'm going to get rid of the Goddess palette. Okay, so out of all of the eyeshadows, here are the declutters. So the declutter is the Revolution, a She Glam, a couple Colourpops, another Revolution, Colourpop, some Makeup Revolution, and then an Alter Ego Goddess palette. And then I'm still kind of on the fence about this one. It's like in my maybe pile because I love the versatility of it, but I haven't worn it in a hot minute, so I think I'm going to get rid of it. And then this one, I think somebody else could get greater use out of it because I have like the Stone Cold Fox palette right here. Really, really similar color story to this one because they're both like cool tone. And I definitely think that they're very similar. Like this is just a smaller version of the Stone Cold Fox. So I think this one's gonna go. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 eyeshadow palettes that are going. And then these are all the ones that are staying. A lot of Colourpop. A lot of Colourpop. And that's still a lot, and I still feel like I need to get rid of more, but for now, I think that's okay.